What's going on, my peoples? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to part 2 of a series I've entitled Stress. If you have not watched part 1, then I suggest and encourage you to go back and watch part 1. Part 1, we talked about the S in stress, and the S is for stepping back. Today in part 2, we're going to be talking about the T, and the T is for talking it over, right? This is often something that is not easy to do, right? Because when we're talking it over, we're bringing other voices inside of our stress and our problems. We got to let go of the ego, right? As people, especially as humans, we often think that we have to be strong all by ourselves. We often think that we can figure things out all by ourselves, when in reality, 2 is better than 1. Let me give you an example, right? I've always wondered in the Bible, why was it that Jesus sent his disciples out in 2s? I said, Jesus, you could just give them all of the same power and the strength that you have to be able to answer everything. And I said, you know what? I think he sent them out in 2 because he knew that the journey was too hard for one person all by themselves. So who do we need to talk it over with? We need to talk it over with people that we trust. We need to talk it over with people who we know are going to be honest with us, going to be open with us, and going to be transparent with us. We need to talk it over with people who is going to give us constructive criticism and not just straight plain criticism. The people who we should talk our problems and our issues over with so we can help relieve some of the stress, we need to know that they're coming from a place of love, right? Because when something is coming from a place of love, they want the best for you. Maybe they've been through a similar situation that what we're going through. They may have not, but maybe they know somebody in their circle who have gone through similar situations. We need to be able to talk it over with people in different walks of life that we trust, because they have a different perspective than what we have. And sometimes a different perspective can open a new pathway for us, right? In order to unclutter the stress, we need to be able to talk it over with people so we can see what we're doing right, so we can see what's working and what's not working. When we talk it over with others other than ourselves, then it opens up a new pathway, a new way of doing things. And we also have to go into those moments with an open heart, right? We can't go into certain positions when we bring people in to help us that we just totally ignore them if it's something that we don't like. It's okay to ask for help when we need it, right? And we got to know who is truly in our corner, who that we can go to. Look, it took me 18 years to ask for help. And if I would have asked for help in certain areas, probably would have got some things figured out a little sooner, and definitely much quicker. When we're talking things over, don't think about it as you being weak, but think about it as you gaining strength and gaining wisdom and gaining knowledge that you can take in different stages of your life. Nobody wants to deal with stress. Stress is something that we all have. And if somebody else can help you get through a stressful time by passing down what they know, especially if you value their words, then trust me, we need to be open and honest enough with ourselves and what we're going through, and take that knowledge and that wisdom and apply it to our lives so we can get rid of the spirit of stress. So in closing, let's go back to the S in stress, which is step back, and the T stands for talking it over. Letting people into our situation that we trust and we value their words and we know that love us and want the best for us. T is for talk it over. If you've been watching the video, if you've been following along so long with the series, then do me a favor and share this with a friend, share it with a family member, share it with someone that you think would get value from this. And since you're here, you might as well go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I want to thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next week when we dig deeper into stress management.